Jai Swaminarayan. Now today we are going to start our second chapter, that is inverse trigonometry function. Then first of all we have to understand which are our trigonometry function. Trigonometry functions. Okay, we have 6 trigonometry function, that is sine, cos, tan, cot, sec and cosec. Then which are its inverse function? So inverse functions are sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, cot inverse, sec inverse and cosec inverse. But what are these inverse function? If you think like that sine inverse is equal to 1 upon sine, then that is not correct, because 1 upon sine, that is equal to cosec. Then what is sine inverse? So for that we have to go in 10th standard or 11th standard, which table we have used, that we are going in that. So first sine, cos, tan, cot, sec and cosec. 6 functions are there, but for easiness we are taking 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. In that you are aware, sine 0, 0, sine 30 half, sine 45 1 upon root 2, sine 60 root 3 by 2 and sine 91. Cos 0, 1, cos 30 root 3 by 2, cos 45 1 upon root 2, cos 60 half and cos 90 0. Remaining we are not taking at this time. Just first we are going to understand what is inverse function. Then if somebody is going to ask you like that, what is sine 30 value, then obviously you are going to write sine 30 is equal to half. Suppose somebody is going to ask sine 45, then answer is 1 upon root 2. Here in question this is angle and answer is value. Keep it in mind. Here question is angle and answer is value. But now if I am going to ask where sine is getting half value, then your answer is 30 degree. So value is your question and answer is your degree. This if you write into mathematical way, then it is written like this: sine inverse half, then you have to write 30 degree, otherwise in radian pi by 6. Same way sine inverse 1 upon root 2 is equal to 45 degree, means it is pi by 4. So here now first of all you have to understand, here sine 30 means your question was angle and answer is value. Here question is value and answer is angle. That is your inverse function. Means what is your answer? That becomes value question, and what is your question? That becomes your answer. Means inverse are means reverse process like that. Chemistry you can say reverse process, but same way sine inverse is not 1 upon sine, because 1 upon sine is equal to cosec. Then what is sine inverse? Then if you are going to ask sine 30 is equal to what, then you say half. Then what is, where sine is getting 1/2 value, that is 30 degree. So answer is becoming question and question is becoming answer. In that way we can understand this is a inverse function. Now for that, for detail, you have to see domain of trigonometry function, range of trigonometry function, and from that domain and range you are going to get domain and range for inverse function also. Okay, so first of all, now we are going to see our domain of trigonometry function and range of trigonometry function. So first, trigonometry function. So this is your trigonometry function, this is your domain and range. Sine function, this is pure trigonometry functions. Its domain is R, means any angle you can get a value of sine. Same way domain of cos is R. Tan, that is R minus something. Which is that I will show you. Cot also R minus something. Sec, that is also R minus something. And cosec, R minus something. Now what is range? Range also you just see. Range means which maximum value you will get and which minimum value you will get and which area value you are going to get. So sine range is -1 to 1. Cos range is also -1 to 1. Now tan, which angle you cannot measure, that you have to subtract from here. So what? First we have to understand tan. Tan is equal to sine upon cos. Sine upon cos means where cos is becoming 0, at that place tan is, where cos is becoming 0, at that place tan is not defined. So we have to remove those angle where cos is becoming 0. Same way for sec also, because that is 1 upon cos. So where cos is becoming 0, at that place sec is also not defined. So those angles we have to remove, and that is what? R minus k pi, where R minus 2k plus or minus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z. K belongs to z. Same way for sec also, 2k plus or minus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z. Now what about cot and cosec? Cot is equal to cos upon sine. Cos upon sine. So where sine is becoming 0, those angles we have to remove from your domain. So that is k pi, k belongs to z. This is k pi, where k belongs to z. This is your domain of all trigonometry function. Now range is remaining. Range, tan range is R, cot range is also R, sec is R minus -1 to 1 and R minus -1 to 1. This much already you have studied in 11th standard. Now our inverse function is, in inverse function, you are aware that here which angle you are measuring, that is your domain, and what is your answer, that is your range. In inverse function, what is your answer, that is your becoming question. This was my question and this is my answer for trigonometry function. But for inverse function, this is my question and this is my answer, means values are in question and angles are my answers. So what is the range for trigonometry function? This will become domain for inverse function. Sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, cot inverse, sec inverse and cosec inverse. So sine inverse domain, I am talking about domain, is -1 to 1, cos inverse -1 to 1, tan inverse r, cot inverse r minus -1 to 1 and r minus -1 to 1. These are domain of sine inverse functions. But now, before I will talk for range, I have to show you then what is the range of this and why we are deciding, why we cannot take this domain directly as a range. For that, you have to understand the graphs of trigonometry functions and graphs of inverse functions. So first of all, that we are going to take.